In this video, I want to teach you how to ride a dirt bike with the proper attack body position. What's up, Rad family? I'm Dakota Freeman and welcome to the Rad Adventure Dude channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. So when we're learning how to ride a dirt bike and we want to get better at riding, we really need to focus on our rider body position. Rider body position is going to be huge to making sure that we can ride the dirt bike in the fastest way possible and really get the most control, traction, and power out of our dirt bikes. So our rider body position is something we really need to focus on, especially when we want to become a better dirt bike rider. So what is the attack body position? The attack body position is when you're standing up and you're forward over the handlebars and your elbows are up and you're really ready for anything that's coming at you out on the tracks and trails. We call this the attack body position because we are truly ready to attack anything that's coming at us out on the tracks and trails. This proper body position is really going to give you the best control over the front end of the dirt bike. So whenever we're riding tracks and trails, we may be getting bumped all around and the bike might be doing some crazy things. So how do we stand in the attack body position? The attack body position, we want to stand on the balls of our feet and we're going to stand more forward over the front end of the handlebars, making sure that we keep our knees bent so that we're have a good shock absorber underneath our body and we're absorbing any impact that the bike's trying to give to us. Then we want our head more forward over the handlebars and our elbows are going to be up. Making sure that our weight is just over the front end actually gives us more control as well. Having our weight over the front end of the dirt bike like this is actually going to put more weight on the front tire, and the front tire is really choosing which direction we're going. So whenever we're focused so much on keeping our head centered over the front end and pointing the wheel wherever you're wanting to go is truly the most important part to not falling on your dirt bike. This is because when something's coming at us and we're in this attack body position, you can actually use your legs as another shock absorber and actually be able to absorb impacts. Having your elbows up, just make sure if anything hits your front wheel and your front end gets kind of jarred around, that you actually have the most power over the front of the handlebars and can save that so you don't go down. And then having your head forward over the handlebars just assures that you have the most control and the proper body position. In the corners, down the straightaways, no matter where you're at, you really want your body weight to kind of shift around, but you really want your head to always be more forward on the dirt bike. So as you can see, there's kind of a lot going on with this, but it's going to be so important for you to instill this into your riding and to become a better rider. The attack body position is huge when we're riding on the tracks and the trails, as it really helps us develop into becoming a much better rider. So make sure you practice this and instill it into your riding, as it's really going to help you become a great rider. If this is already helping you know the body position that you need to have whenever you're riding your dirt bike, well, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below. The next thing I want to cover when we're talking about the attack body position is what do we do whenever we're coming into a corner in this attack body position. We actually want to shift our weight a little bit more forward, just like normal whenever we're coming into a corner. And we still want to be standing up until we actually get into the corner. So you're going to be using your brakes and you're going to be shifting down through the gears while you're standing up coming into this corner. Why do we want to do this? This is important because when we're coming into corners, a lot of the time, there's going to be these like whoops coming into corners. Well, keeping your butt off the seat and coming into a corner standing up in the attack position will actually assure that you can go through these whoops much faster and it won't fatigue your body as much. Then once you get in the corner and you're ready to put the throttle on, then is when you want to sit down, put your weight on the seat. You still want your weight more forward, but as soon as you put your weight on the seat, you can now get on the throttle, and your weight being on the seat like this just gives your tires more traction. So whenever you hammer on the throttle, you really get the best acceleration out of the corner. And before you even get too far out of the corner, you need to go ahead and stand back up before you start hitting any whoops or bumps coming out of this corner. So then what do we do when we're going down a straightaway in the attack position? We're always going to be standing up in the attack position, and it's okay at this point to get your weight kind of back on the bike just to give your back wheel a little bit more weight on it to give it more traction while you're going down a straightaway. You still want to have your knees bent and your elbows up, and you want your head forward on the bike, but just sticking your butt kind of back to the back of the bike will just shift your weight a little bit and be able to give you a little bit more traction as we're driving down these straightaways. You never really want to extend your arms and get too far back like this. You always want to make sure that you have a good 90-degree angle on your arm here, so that way that you have the most power over the handlebars. And then as you shift your weight, you just kind of want to be able to move your weight without affecting this part of your body. So going down the straightaways, we really want to make sure that we can get our weight a little bit farther back and really drive down the straightaways. The next thing I want to cover is honestly one of the best things you can do to become a faster rider out on the tracks and trails. So covering the track is actually going to be small bumps everywhere we go. If it's brakey bumps, acceleration bumps, dirt bikes are constantly digging up the ground and making bumps everywhere they go. So no matter if you're on the track or the trails, riding in the proper attack position and keeping and standing up off the seat, just make sure that when you're going through any of these bumps, jumps, or whoops, that you just have the smoothest and most control over your dirt bike. Then once you start finding these whoop sections, you're going to learn how to actually pick your front end up and wheelie through these whoop sections. Now this is going to speed you up and make you even faster, because instead of your front end hitting every single whoop and jarring your whole body, you're actually going to just wheelie through these sections, putting the bumps and whoops into the back end of the bike in that back shock absorber where it can really absorb the impact. On top of that, your legs are helping your body absorb this impact from the bike as well. And this is really going to smooth out your dirt bike riding, making you a much faster dirt bike rider. So as we combine using the attack body position with wheeling through these obstacles and being able to pick your front end up and not even have it affect your upper body through the handlebars, is going to be the biggest step to making you faster on the trails. Rad family, I am so excited that you are here with me learning how to ride your dirt bike, and I couldn't be more proud of you. So just make sure that you stick with this, and everything that I'm talking about is going to be easier with time. If you're still looking for more dirt bike riding tips, I'm always here. I've made a full dirt bike riding course, and it's going to walk you through being a complete beginner and take you to an advanced rider mastering the tracks and trails. So make sure you go check it out, because it's really going to improve your riding and make you much faster on your dirt bike. Also, you can find all my rad merch over on my website as well. If this video helped you and you learned how to stand with the proper attack body position, well, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below and ask me any other questions that you have. Make sure you hit the subscribe button right here and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. After that, you can watch my next video on how to master your cornering right here. So go ahead and click on it, stay rad, and I'll see you guys over there.